In this lesson, we're going to talk about the problem with this word. And I'm not just talking about the pronunciation in a modern British RP accent, although I will talk about that because there does seem to be a problem with that as well. Now, literally is literally a word that literally every British person literally uses all the time. Literally. So let's get that pronunciation part out of the way first of all. Now, there are two ways that you may hear this word said. First of all, you can hear it with 4 syllables. Literally. It's literally a great day. Or most British people, or many British people, I won't say literally all British people, but many British people cut that first schwa out and just make it 3 syllables, literally. Literally. And that is the pronunciation I'm going to be using through the rest of this lesson. Literally 3 syllables. But if you prefer 4, do let me know in the comments. Hello everybody, my name is Roy Woodhouse and welcome to my channel, English Right Now, where we talk about all things British English. Literally, all things British English. And today we're talking about the problem with literally. Now, literally, if you look in most dictionaries, there are 2 sort of uses of this word. The first original meaning of this word was sort of to use the original or real meaning of a word or phrase. So literally, and it comes from this idea of literature or as it is written. That's what it means, as it is written. So if you use a word in a literal way, you use it with its exact meaning. Now, let me give you an example. I am literally sitting on a chair. I am literally sitting on a chair. I am sitting on a chair. You can see I'm sitting on a chair. I am literally sitting on a chair. There is no figurative meaning in that sentence. There is no sort of alternate kind of meaning behind it. I am sitting on a chair. I am literally sitting on a chair. Another example, I'm talking about a friend. I live literally 5 minutes from his house. So if I walk to his house, it literally takes me 5 minutes to walk there. Now, what's really interesting in both of those sentences, normally British people these days, we wouldn't really use the word literally because it doesn't really kind of add anything. I am sitting on the chair is exactly the same as I'm literally sitting on the chair. What does that add? What does that word literally add? And I live 5 minutes from his house is the same as I live literally 5 minutes from his house. It adds not much, but literally there means we're basically reinforcing that this is a fact, that this is right, that the meaning of these words are correct and they are in their true meanings. Now, a second way that British people commonly use, and Americans as well, but British people are famous for using this word literally all the time. Literally, we often use it informally to emphasize what we're saying. It's like a form of sort of exaggerating or, taking it up to another level. So if I'm really, really tired, oh gosh, I'm so tired today. I literally walked 1,000,000 miles today. I literally walked 1,000,000 miles today. Now, you know that it's probably not possible that I walked 1,000,000 miles today. Although if you follow me on Instagram, you do know that I walk around a lot while recording lessons. But I literally walked 1,000,000 miles today. This is probably not true, and we're not using literally to mean the exact correct meaning of the word walked. We are emphasizing what we're saying. I literally walked 1,000,000 miles today. Maybe I'm trying to say I walked a long way. My feet are tired. My feet are aching. But I'm exaggerating that I walked a long way by saying I literally walked 1,000,000 miles today. That's a form of hyperbole. But another way we might hear it is if you see something or hear something that is very funny, you might hear a British person say, I literally died laughing, or I died from laughing. I literally died from laughing. Now, obviously, I'm teaching this lesson. I watched a comedy show last night. I literally died from laughing. Now, you know for a fact, you can see me right now that I'm teaching a lesson that I'm talking about this word literally. I didn't literally die. I didn't die. I'm alive. I'm very much alive. I'm very much alive. So I didn't literally die, and I didn't literally die from laughing. But what I'm doing there is I'm using a kind of figurative use and exaggerating it to say how funny this was. I literally died from laughing. Now, most of you will understand this. Some people describe this as the new meaning of literally. But if I'm totally honest, we're going to talk about this towards the end of the lesson. This is probably the more common use of the word literally these days to exaggerate. So, what is the problem? If we know there are two distinct meanings, what is the problem? If I can use it for exaggerating when I'm talking about dying from laughing or walking a very long way, or I can say I'm literally sitting on a chair, what is the problem? The problem comes when the word literally could be understood in two ways. So let me give you a sentence. We're watching a film. We're watching a great film. I'm really enjoying the film. I'm literally dying from laughter. Not literally, but I'm really enjoying the film. And I turn to my wife and I say, this is literally my favorite film ever. Literally my favorite film ever. Am I exaggerating? Well, we don't know. This could literally be my favorite film. So it could be using the exact meaning of the word. So it becomes a bit confusing. So it could either be exaggerating, or it could be, that it's actually I'm stating a fact. Let me give you another example. Christmas is coming. Well, if you're watching this video in the middle of March, Christmas was coming when I recorded this video. And literally all of my family are coming to my house for Christmas. Literally all of my family are coming to my house for Christmas. Now, I could be exaggerating. I could be going, oh my goodness, so many people are coming to my house. Literally all of my family are coming to my house for Christmas. But I could also be, being honest, being correct, saying what is really happening. And that's where this word can get confusing, because literally all of my family are coming to my house for Christmas. Maybe I've got a very small family. Do you see the problem? So the problem comes now. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, Roy, what about tone of voice? Oh, this is literally my favourite film ever. Well, it's hard to know, because if I'm excited and I'm being genuine, there are some times when it could be taken one of two ways. I could say it's literally my favourite film ever, and then a week later I say, oh, this is my favourite film, and my wife says to me, well, hang on a minute, you said that was literally your favourite film ever last week. And I'll say, no, but I was exaggerating because it was really, really good. There is confusion. And that sentence again, literally all of my family are coming for Christmas, it becomes a little bit confusing. That's the problem. And even with tone of voice, if we're kind of getting excited and animated, there could still be a level of confusion. And if you take it even further, in writing, there is no tone of voice. So if I write, this is literally my favourite film ever, you have no idea, particularly in writing, whether I am being serious or emphasising and exaggerating what I'm saying. So there's the problem. We're going to talk about what I think is kind of the solution, but next I'm going to also talk about the fact that this word really has probably been overused. British people in particular are famous for using this word over and over again, literally all the time. Literally every single word is an emphasising literally. But British people use this a lot, to the point where I think it's actually starting to lose either of its meanings. It's becoming a little bit redundant. Let me give you an example. I could literally eat a horse. I could literally eat a horse. Now, a horse is massive. A horse is a big creature, unless we're talking about a palomino. But either way, I'm not going to eat a horse because, this is just a turn of phrase. But I could literally eat a horse, and horse meat isn't very common in England. We don't tend to eat it in England. That's a story for another day when we talk more about culture. But I could literally eat a horse. You know that I'm exaggerating. You know that I am emphasizing what I'm saying, that I'm really, really hungry. I am starving. I'm literally starving. That could be true or that could be exaggerated, but I could literally eat a horse. What does literally add to that sentence? What does literally add to that sentence? Nothing. If I remove the word literally, it still has the same impact. I could eat a horse. I could eat a horse. You still know that I'm exaggerating. You still know that what I'm saying is not literal. You still know that, I am trying to emphasize the fact that I'm hungry. So literally, realistically, these days, doesn't add that much, possibly because of the overuse. So what is the solution? Well, number one, I tend to avoid it with writing. I tend to avoid it with writing because often it's quite redundant and also it can be misunderstood. And on top of that, possibly when we're speaking, I would naturally, as a British English speaker, take it that you are emphasizing or using that kind of newer meaning. So if you say literally, this is literally my favorite film ever, I'm probably going to believe that you are slightly emphasizing or exaggerating what you're saying rather than it actually being your favorite film. Because if it is your favorite film, you probably wouldn't use the word literally. You probably wouldn't say, I'm literally sitting on a chair. That's a good way to maybe teach a kid the meaning of the word literally. It's literally a great way to teach them. But literally sitting on a chair, I probably wouldn't say that. I'd probably say I'm sitting on a chair. So personally, as a British English speaker, possibly if I heard the word literally used in a sentence, literally all my family are coming for Christmas, I would think that maybe you're emphasizing and exaggerating and really kind of hammering home that point. And certainly, in certain ways, I don't think you could literally eat an entire horse. Maybe you are very hungry. Maybe you could. But let me know in the comments below, what did you think about this word literally? Are you going to continue using it? Of course, if you do use it in a sentence, it is quite natural, but I would say it's probably been overused. It's been literally used to death. What did I mean by that? But I think British people have probably used it so much that actually it's just kind of becoming a bit redundant and a bit maybe even cliched, almost like the word like. British people use like literally all the time, like. Let me know in the comments below, was this information new for you? And if you did enjoy it, please do give it literally a thumbs up. Well, no, don't give it literally a thumbs up. Just click on that thumb icon and subscribe for more content regarding British English. But from me today, I just want to say thank you very much for your time. I have literally, and I mean it in the true way, loved teaching this lesson. I've literally loved teaching this lesson. And I will see you, and I do mean that exact word. But I could just say, I have loved teaching this lesson. I'll see you in the next class, guys. Bye.